Divi pre-made layouts are really powerful if you want to design professional looking websites. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use pretty much any type of layout we have in the Divi library and transform it into whatever type of website you need to design. But before I get started, I want to show you my brand new template called Genesis. So this template here is really good as a starting point. So as you can see here, it has a header area. So as you add more links over here, they'll be populated over here on the top. And if I scroll down here, you can see there's a slight shrink of my template. And also I can actually search and let's search for cakes, for example. Now, let me show you what the search results page looks like. So these are the results. This is the page where all the results will be shown, and they will be definitely down here. Now, if I take a look here at the bottom as well, we have this footer in which if you add all your logos and your website tagline, it will automatically be added into its right place. And then over here, our links as well can be pretty much customized, and you can link these pages to whatever page you want to. Same applies here with the social media icons. You can link this to wherever you want. Now, the reason why you may want to use a template like this is because each time you build a website, it takes a really long time to design your footer template, your header template, your 404 page, and so on. Talking about the 404 page, let me show you quickly what the 404 page looks like. So let's say over here, I search for a page which doesn't exist. I can just search, and then straight away, this is our 404 page. So as soon as you install this template, it will have all these elements into them. So if I click here on go to homepage, this will just take me back to my homepage. So this is a template that you may want to use. It's only $7. The link to that is in the video description below. And also, if you buy Divi using my affiliate link, I'll give you access to this template and also a full course called the Web Design Formula, which teaches you how to design professional looking websites using Divi. All right, let's dive in and let me show you how to use these pre-made templates. So right now I'm in my admin dashboard. So I'm going to come over here to pages, click on all pages. So the page we need to work on is the home page. So I'm just going to click here on edit. And then I'm going to go straight into the Divi builder. And this time, instead of building from scratch, we are going to build from a pre-made layout. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. So we have quite a lot of layouts here on our library. So as I scroll through this, you can see here, there's quite a lot. So I'm just going to choose any layout here because the website we're going to, the page we're going to design is for like a tech, let's say tech website. So I'm going to come over here and select this seller one, click on use this layout. Okay, so as you can see, all my elements have been added on to this website. But of course, I want to customize this website and make it look like mine. So the first thing you want to do is to go into all these modules and the rows and customize this. So I'm going to start here with my section settings. And the first thing you want to do is to make sure you come over here to filter, because this is where you can scroll down and actually choose and see what has been modified here. So I'm going to click modified styles. And you can see here, nothing has been modified here. So that's fine. So I'm just going to close this, go to my background, and just make sure there's no images that were added here. All right, so that's fine. I'm just going to close this. So the next stage now is to come over here to my module settings. So I'm going to click here on module settings, and definitely this is where quite a lot of work has been done. So I'm going to click here on filter, modified styles, and this will now show me what has been adjusted on this page. So I'm going to start off by working on this image here. So I'm going to click on this image, and I'm going to come over here and upload my own images. I'm going to click here on select files. So all my images are in my downloads folder. So I'm just going to select all my images here. Click on open. So now all my images are going to be added onto my desktop. So now I can choose the image that I want to use for that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one here, upload an image. And now I have my image. So now with this set here, I can actually decide whether this is going to be a better image for my design. So to be honest, I don't think this one works. So let me go in and let me try and choose another one. Let's try this one here. Again, I'm not really happy with that. So these are the sort of decisions that you're going to be making as you are choosing which images to use on your designs. So this one here, I think works better. So I'm going to go with this one here. So now that I have my image and I've aligned everything to the left, the next stage now is to change my font. So I'm going to click on this drop down, and for this font here, I'm going to choose Poppins. Select that, and now you can see this has been changed. I can click here on this brush tool, do the same thing here, change this to Poppins, and I can just continue doing that until I am happy with the font that I'm using. Now, of course, you can also change this text here to whatever you want, but of course, I'm not going to do that here. Next, when it comes to all this text here, you can actually go in and make some changes to it. So I'm just going to save this because now I've added, my image, and I've also added my text. So as you can see here, things don't look really nice because this is stretching all the way over here across the page. So let me go back in and customize this one more time. So to do that, I'm just going to click here on my gear icon for my module settings, design, layout. So over here, it's set to full screen. Pretty much that's what we want, but we want to look for sizing because this is where we can get to adjust our content width. And as you can see here, it's set to 80%. So let's bring it down all the way down to, let's say 48%. And let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, there we go. So now it looks much better. So as you can see, I haven't actually gone in and designed this whole page from scratch. All I'm doing is to go in and just make minor tweaks to the page that we already have. So now let's continue working on this. So the next stage now is to come over here, and let's say you want to change this text. So I can just go in here, click on design. In fact, one of the quickest ways to click on this little brush tool. And in there, I can choose change Nonito to Poppins, and you can see there it has been adjusted. I can save that. And I can also right click and extend text styles. So this will look for anywhere where this heading is and change this font to that actual font. So I can choose this page, click on extend. So now, wherever we have this title, as you can see here, this has been changed as well. So all I have to do now is to go in and change the color. So I'm going to click here on design, heading text, make sure I choose the right heading here. Change this to white so it's easier to read. And I can also make some adjustments to the sizing. Bring this down a little bit, make sure it's centered. And I also need to do the same here with the button. So I'm going to come over here to this button, click on this gear icon, click on design, alignment, and then make sure it's centered. So now it's time to change this image that we have in the background. So I'm just going to save this, and then I am going to, first of all, come over here to my row settings. So I'm not sure where this image has been added. So the quickest way, like I showed you before, is to click here on filter, modified styles, and we can see here that it's not added here on the row. No problem, we can just close this. So now we need to go into the section settings, click on background, and here it is. So I can click here, and this time I'm going to go with this one, upload an image, and look at that, nice and beautiful. I'm going to save that, and now I am going to come back over here. And I just want to make sure everything is all centered here. So I'm going to click here on design, text, and just make sure everything is aligned center. Now you can see it's centered. And our text, I'm changing this to dark, to light, and back over here to sizing. I can actually readjust this width to make it fit better. So I'm going to go with 56 now, save that. And if I need to change the button color, I can just go in and change my button color in here by just clicking on my module settings. Click here on design button. And as you can see here, I have my settings for my button. So I can change my background color here. I can change it to that. And let's say my border width, same thing. I can go in, change the color. And as you can see, just a few clicks, I've actually updated my button here. And I can also go into the hover and change my colors here on hover as well. to make it look uniform. All right, so now that I have this section all done, next I can also start working on these areas right here. So let's say I want to change these images in the background. So again, I need to test and see where these images have been added. So I'm going to click on row settings. So I'm going to target this middle one here. So I'm going to click on this gear icon, filter, modified styles, and there we go. Here's my image right here. I'm going to click here and choose my image. So I'm going to go with this one here. Upload an image, and now you can see my image has been added. Next, I need to go in and change the colors. So I'm just going to go back over here. I'm going to save that. And now I can go into my module settings here, click on design, text. And I just want to make sure everything is all aligned center. Change my text color from dark to light. And I also need to adjust this because I can't read it. So click here, change my color. And this button as well, I can change that by coming over here to my section settings, my module settings. Click on design, alignment. I'm going to center it. And you can see all I'm doing here is replacing all the content that I have here on this website with my own content. And then finally over here, maybe this color here doesn't work for you. Let's go ahead and change that. I'm going to click here on this gear icon, click on background, and then I'm just going to change this color here. Okay, so I think that looks much better. There we go. I'm going to save that. And then for this title, I'm just going to go into my module settings, click on design, and then I'm going to click on this brush tool. This will take me straight to my settings, change this to white, save that. And pretty much I've just gone in and I have quickly changed all my content here to suit my design. So of course I could have gone in and made further changes here to this paragraph text or add more paragraph text. I could add more items here. But as you can see, this is how easy it is to use a pre-made layout in your designs. And also the advantage of doing it this way is you don't have to worry about the sizing, making sure that the design is mobile friendly, because with these pre-made layouts, they are designed with all that in mind. So pretty much on every screen, it's going to look really, really nice. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell notification. See you again in another video. Take care.